Thank you for watching my video today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Help me to get the word out onto the street. Today, I would like to talk about the 4 main kinds of debt that we carry as individuals. So, these are not the only kinds of debt that there are out there, but they are the 4 biggest kinds that most or all of us, maybe not all of us, but probably most of us carry at least one of these. The first one is a mortgage. So a mortgage is money owed on a house or a condo or a piece of property where you live. And of course you have to make the payments for, it's normally either 15 or 30 years. And a lot of mortgages you can pay them off early without any kind of penalty. So I have a 30-year mortgage and I'm not going crazy with the payments, trying to pay it off early, but I do pay normally an extra $100 a month, and that should retire it in about 20 years, which is that's still a really long time. That's still, 2 decades of, that's a big chunk of your life. Now I could try to pay it off, faster, but there are so many other things we have to buy in life, so I want to always try to keep a good savings reserve just in case things happen. So the first one, mortgages, and the second one, car loans. So cars have become so expensive these days, 20, 25, 30,000, for just a run-of-the-mill car, no big deal. And it's hard if you want to get a new car. It's very hard for the average person just to plop down cash or a cashier's check, or it's hard to just pay for a new car outright. Not impossible, but very difficult. And you could also get a used car, which is, those have been going up in price lately too. There's been like a shortage of them. But you can try to pay cash for a used car, and that's also hard, because it's probably going to be at least $10,000, and most people just don't have that kind of money. So the second kind of loan most people have is a car loan. The third kind of loan, this loan has been increasing by a lot. It's over $1 trillion in America that's owed. I think it's like $1.5 trillion. Student loans, and these can be beneficial if you get a good major, if you get a good skill or something that's going to get you a job where you can pay them off. Where you run into trouble is if you take out student loans and then it doesn't really help you to make money, and then you just, you owe that money potentially for the rest of your life. And the bad thing about student loans, at least in America, is normally they follow you to the grave. You cannot discharge them in bankruptcy, which I wish that law was different. I wish that you could, but normally you can't. And so I would be extra cautious with be cautious with all debt, but student loans in particular, because they are hardly ever able to be discharged in bankruptcy. The fourth kind of loan that people can have are credit cards, and this, I would say, I'm going to say this is the worst of the 4. You don't ever, did I say ever? You don't ever want to have credit card debt. If you cannot pay your credit card off by the due date every single time without fail, do not use credit cards. Just don't use them. So as long as you can pay off your balance every month by the due date, it's fine, even though some people say you still spend more if you use a credit card than if you use cash or a debit card. But if you cannot do that, and if you carry debt, I would cut the cards up, try to pay off the balance, and do not use credit cards anymore. So these are the 4 big kinds of debt that most of us have in some form or another. There are a lot of other ways that society can put you into bondage with debt, but these are the 4 big ones. Thank you for watching, and God bless.